My advice is proceed as you would normally proceed. There is no cause to alter your approach to validation, whatever the aspect happens to be, just because the FDA is in this transitionary period. As a matter of fact, I think it was Cindy, you mentioned earlier, right now, with the application of the AI into the data analysis of it, it would be somewhat in a thought process to even look at our validation process with more rigor and to really up our game, so to speak, on our validation aspect.
If a company is getting ready to launch a product, they need to have a project plan, and it has to include validation. It has to include facilities, equipment, utilities, cleaning validation, process validation, method validation. Like, there are no shortcuts to be had when you're launching a product. And with the concept of FDA using AI in mind, and it being starving for data, it's going to look at all of your validation data. And if there are issues, data integrity issues, or validation deviations in your reports, the AI is going to pull that out. FDA is no longer going to look at everything that went well, because AI will go through that, and AI will only pop out the data for the issues that it finds. And so FDA is really going to be very laser focused on anything that didn't go perfectly as planned.
Yeah, and thinking of what you just said, the FDA, where does the FDA spend the majority of their time? In either an inspection or in the application review, and it's the data review, right? If you looked at 100% of the time, 90% is looking at the data. So if that's done now quickly with AI, and to give the inspection team or the review team the analytics, the shortcomings or the problems from that, now the FDA has 90% plus of their time opened to go out and actually physically look at things. Mm-hmm. And to assess things more in depth, to drill down farther, rather than sitting in a room looking at all of the batch records, going through all these things. Now they can sit there and say, I want to see it. I want to look at it. I want to see that piece of equipment that's in the lab that collects the data. I want to see where it goes. I want to understand how it goes to a server, how it goes to a cloud-based program. I want to understand. And they're going to drill. To that point, I can tell you, just thinking on it here in this panel discussion, I think it's really going to open the doors for the FDA to be more focused, as you said, like a laser on specific points. That's really going to be a game changer for the agency.